G'day, my name is Ben Boersma and I'm the designer of Dawn Rise of the Occulites and the expansions. Just thought we'd do a quick little unboxing. As an Australian, we normally are sort of the last guys and girls to get our Kickstarter products, but unfortunately for some reason it's flipped over today, and a lot of Australians are getting their products at the moment, but obviously we feel bad for the people in the US. You guys, your games are stuck off port in the US, and EU, they're going through customs at the moment, so fingers crossed that you guys get your games very soon. But in the meantime, we thought we'd do this little unboxing just to whet your appetite and to see and to show you guys exactly what you get in the box. So this is the base game. It's pretty big, especially compared to my head. And on the back you can see this one is an unpainted one. If you've ordered a painted one, your painted will obviously be ticked. So we'll put these aside for the minute. So 3 expansions and extra luftals. Let's open the base game. Very exciting. First game ever published. So must admit, pretty exciting moment for me. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, so the first thing that will greet you when you open your box is a lovely vac form tray, which has got a spot for all of the different tribes and the luftals. Even though you get only 2 tribes in the base set, it's still got room for all of the other tribes in the one tray. So you don't need 4 boxes on the shelf. You only need the one. So we've got one board. I'll just move this out of the way for a sec. Have a look at that. Ooh, nice. Yep, that's come up well. Okay. It's a nice big board that's probably extending off the end of the camera. Yeah, nice. It's come up well. Rulebook, full colour throughout. May look intimidating to start with, but that's because there's 18 full scenarios in there. History on all the different tribes, how to run a campaign, all the rules for not only the 2 tribes that are in the base set, Pilatus and Hydrus, but also all the rules for all the other tribes as well. So you only need the one rulebook, in addition to only one box. So we thought that might be a cool way to keep it all condensed. We know that gamers have precious shelf space. Okay, next thing we've got here, the Wimbrix character. Okay, so we've got uninjured, injured, and it comes with 2 scenic terrains and an extra 4 Pasquales. It punches out really easily. Very nice. And our little Pasquales up the top. Yeah, cool. Put them there for the minute. Alright. Okay, in one well we've got, I'll show you so you can see, we've got 2 circular wells that fit, that fit our player boards. So we've got the Pilatus Chief, and then the 4 Pilatus members. And you can see that these and that's view from the back. So you can see these dials can be set to, if you sort of do your own custom campaign and set up your Occulites a particular way, you can use the dials, or what I'd like to use them for is during a campaign you can keep track of any advances or changes in your tribe just through the dials. So it's pretty cool. So we've got 5 for Pilatus and 5 for Hydrus. Chief, member, another member, another member, and of course the netter. And they've got their blue dials to match that, and a view from the back. Okay, then we've got everything else here is pre-punched. Ooh, nice. Put that aside for a sec. So everything here is pre-punched, so if you pop this open, all of your 7 hex terrain here. We've got the Podmathine, which is like a scenario specific one. Got trees, some more scenic terrain, Luftal Nest, more trees. On the back of them they've got the bare trees as well. Scenic terrain, more trees. And we've got the advanced boards, which has all the information you need to play the advanced game, and the basic boards, which has all the information you need for playing a basic game. So that's Pilatus and Hydrus there. And then we've got a whole lot of terrain. We've got a swamp, and you can see this stuff's really thick. That's thick stuff, that's good. Some are double-sided, some are single-sided, or the single-sided has green on the back. So we've got a swamp, home cave, shallow lake, a deep lake, a ridge, and then on the back you've got a rocky outcrop as well. You've got river system, which goes together like that on the board. There we go. And then of course all these sit onto the hexes, and another swamp. I'll just sit one of these on like this. There we go. So we've got quite a bit of terrain there. Nice thick cardboard too, which is exciting for me. That's cool. Put them there. And tokens, lots and lots of tokens. Nice. So lots and lots of tokens. We've got tokens for searching, tribal tokens, Sungeum, Luftals, Nymphlets, Podmathine, Tentacles, a whole bunch of different things there. So lots and lots of tokens. And some more little tokens. We've got the health tokens for the Luftals. They're a lot smaller, so they can actually fit in the hex with a Luftal. I'll show you that in a minute. And then the Nymphet movement wedges, which go on here, which you may not be able to see from that distance, but they just sit in the little hex direction place. Just pop them in there so we don't lose them. Cool, and we'll put them there. Okay, what have we got? Ooh, lots and lots of cards. That's the natural selection deck. It's the base one there. So my skizzers go on. Okay, so we've got stack cards for all the Luftals. That goes all the way through for two Luftal tribes there. Then we've got all the base set of natural selection cards. Down the bottom, you can't see it on the video obviously, but when you get it, they're all listed. So it's 108 natural selection deck cards, including all the events and Sungeum cards. The back, the front, nice thick card. Good, nice quality. Should be good to shuffle. So I've got all of those, and then in addition to that, we've got more cards. we've got the Advanced Natural Selection deck cards here, which was unlocked on Kickstarter, thanks to our awesome backers. And so there's 24 of those. Same back as the main natural selection deck, so they can be shuffled in, and they can always be taken out because they've got this little indicator here up the top. You can't see it probably. Little Occulite eye up the top on the heading. And just to check that they're the same size cards, I know a lot of people like to see that. Let's see if I can come up here. Can you see this here? Yep, so we've got a normal natural selection deck card and an advanced, and they are, well, they're identical in size. So very nice. So they're going to shuffle in really well, which is great. So put them there, that one there. Okay, and more cards. So this little package here will have a little Hydrus net thrower on the front. This one here is your specific tribe card. So you've got your objectives and your specific tribal natural selection deck cards. So you've got, what have we got here? We've got 10 specific ones for Hydrus for the natural selection deck, or their advanced cards there. You've got 10 objective cards for Hydrus as well. Okay, and the back of those ones, objective ones, have the Hydrus logo on the back, so you don't get them mixed up. And the advanced natural selection deck cards that have the tribe specific ones, they have the regular card back, so you don't get them mixed up. So they can be mixed up, obviously would be better, since they go in the deck in some of the ways you can use them. And then Palautus, same thing, tribe specific natural selection deck cards with your standard back. And then, whoops, your Palautus objective cards with Palautus logo back. And just to be consistent, I'll show you guys the sizing. So we've got an advanced Palautus and an advanced Palautus and a normal natural selection deck card. We'll check the size on that. And as far as, yeah, that's perfect. It's exactly the same size. So that's cool. So they'll shuffle in really well too if you need to do that. That's great. Excellent. So I'll put those over there. So we've got Palautus stuff, Hydrus stuff. Okay. Now the good bit. The dice. No, just kidding. We've got figures too, but so we've got the little condition track marker. And you can't see it there obviously, but when you put it over the top of the numbers, it actually magnifies the numbers a little bit so you can see them easier. And we've got 10 dice, 0 to 9s, we've got 5 blues and 5 greens. Do the job nicely. We've got our Sungems, which you can collect during scenarios. It's nice and shiny and red. Little crystals, which look pretty cool. If you've played Fantastica, it's the same sort of crystals, but nice glowy red. And then we have our figures. We go with Palautus first, my favourites. I might bring these close up so you can see. Oh, nice. So, we've got Palautus Chief. Is that focusing in there? Beauty. We've got, so you can see these are the unpainted ones. Whoops, here we go. I'll flip this around so I can see. There we go. So they're really quite nice. Lots of detail on them too. Now you'll notice this guy's spear's a bit bent. He's either picked the wrong branch to create that from, or use a little bit of hot water and it straightens out. And then of course, because of the moulding, when you put them in, so that one goes there, actually holds them in place quite nicely anyway. So you probably wouldn't even need the hot water. If you had them sitting in there for a little bit of time, it would probably mould back to the correct shape, how they were originally, but a little bit of hot water, no trouble. And you can set it with some cold water if you like. So let's pull out us and hydrous. Okay, we've got Chief. Yeah, they've retained the detail really nicely from Bob Ollie's original metal sculpt. So yeah, this material's kept it really nice. So there'll be, if you've ordered an unpainted set with the intention of painting it yourself, I think you'll be able to get a really nice effect from these. They've come up really nice. And then, of course, some luftals. So you get 2 sets of luftals in the base set, and then through stretch goals and that there was another one there. So we've got Drummer, Chief, I've got a Grunt. Ooh, it's pretty small. And we've got Scout, you, and a Guard. And of course all the extra ones as well, because we've got 2 Guards, 3 Scouts, and 2 Scouts and 3 Grunts for each set of 9 luftals that can go with your tribe. So we've got 9 there, 9 there, and we've got another packet that came separately. It doesn't actually come in the box. You'll find it comes separate in the packing box. So that's the base set. I'm going to quickly put this back in to show you that it all fits, and then we're going to open the expansions. Goes in there. Goes in there. Okay, all of our little tokens. Let's put them in there. Our condition track. And those can go in there. Our larger tokens. Go in the larger bag. There we go. Otherwise the dogs will get them. Dice. Sun gems. Cancellation will go in there. That. Cards. There's 3 card wells, so I'll put them in there. Main ones in the centre. And the extra ones on the side. Okay. That's on there. Okay, so just so your terrains don't warp, I always start with the biggest one on the bottom and just stack them in so they're not overhanging each other. If you do that, you won't have any issues at all. Like that. Sit in there. Yep. Now all these ones here, I'm going to put in this well here. So they sit in there. And of course all of our figures jump straight in here. Really nicely. So if you paint them yourself, this is a good way to obviously keep them from getting damaged. And if you order the painted ones, well, you know that they're going to be kept in a way that won't be damaged. They won't roll around or stay in very nicely, actually. Unless you flick them up, of course. But I'm sure you don't go throwing around your board games. Alright, and then the luftals, which I'll put in a minute. And the rule book. Okay. Expansions. If you have a look on the back of your expansion box, it will tell you what tribe you've got and whether it's painted or unpainted. This is an unpainted Ignis. Okay. So what have we got? Okay, we've got 2 new terrain tiles, both lava flats. We've got the Ignis player board with both advanced and basic information. We have our 5 Ignis player boards with their red dials. Okay, so I'll put them into one of the wells now. Straight in. Ooh, some more tokens, which I can add in my token bag. Some more cards. Okay, that'll be your 10 advanced natural selection deck tribe specific cards and your 10 objectives. Open them in a sec. But got our figures. Okay. Yep, these ones look awesome. Yep, they look cool as. So, Ignis Chief, and then the 4 tribe members have come up really nicely. Again, the detail on these has been held really well, so oh, that one looks sweet as. So if you're wanting to paint these yourself, absolutely you'll get a great effect. If you want to keep them as is, they look really nice as is anyway, so either way it's a win-win. And then these can fit in to their different sections. Chief. And there. Okay. Then our card. Grab our card from before. Show you size differences or not. Okay, so we've got our 10 tribe specific natural selection cards and with backs, and then our 10 objectives with the Ignis backs. Now, okay, so we've got tribe specific, objective, and the regular one. Put them together and they are exactly the same in size. Perfect. Put them down there. Add them to the card well. Ching. That one can go there too. Alright. This one goes in here. These 2 can go in under there. Okay. Next one, we've got Nimbus. Okay. Unamuscus Volantis, or Nimbus. 2 elevated terrain tiles, again, nice and thick. Advanced and basic tribe card. Here are our 5 player boards, and I'm just going to bring one of these up because you'll see they've got a really nice finish on them. Don't know if you'll be able to see on the camera, but if I can catch the light, You can just see it's like that, this sort of, it's nice matte sort of feeling. Really nice, sort of linen embossed a little bit there. And then of course our dials, which are very cool, and the back. They're really nice too, so I'll put them in there. And then, more tokens, which can go in there. Cards, which I'll open in a sec. Oh, that's a nice purple. And our figures. Yeah, they look cool. Yeah, I'm wrapped with them. That's a really cool purple too. And the detail that's been maintained on the feathers here is really nice. Another one. Boo! And this one saying, go out and buy the game. They're really nice. And they're going to fit in really neatly into here as well. So put them in. There we go. Going well. One more try to go. For the moment. Nimbus. 2 elevated terrains. Just in there. Then, go box. Last but certainly not least, the very aggressive but very fun to play, Floris. Okay. Again, Floris, advanced and basic playboard. Five individual player boards and the backings. Very cool. So I'll put 3 on one side, 2 on the other, fit in nicely. Then we've got, it's come up nice. Really thick. I'm going to show you the thickness. That's the thickness of all the player, all the terrain overlays. Very nicely, nice and thick. Whoop. Very cool. So we get 1 Drunmouth. There's the other one hiding there. 2 Drunmouths. And 3 trees for those Drunmouths to hide in. So there's the terrain that we get for that. So I'll put them in there. With them there. Oh, that was our cards from before. I'll do a check with that. Tokens for Floris. They can go in there. And that's all the tokens. So I'll zip that up. Okay. Floris cards. Whoop, there we go. Backings. We'll do a big comparison with those in a sec. And the Floris figures. These cool ones. Okay, here are the Floris. So the yellow's a bit tricky to see probably on the camera, but the detail on these guys is very nice. All the little leaves that Bob sculpted. Come up better if I do that. They're very bright, but very, very cool. So again, people that want to paint these, they're going to get a really nice result out of them. If you want to keep them like that, they're nice and bright. So put them in their spots. Go in there, there, and go up top. And our chief, oops, down the bottom. Alright, sweet. So, pop that in there quickly. Now, get our card comparisons for sizing and that. So, got tribe-specific cards, and then of course our objectives for the Nimbus. Same again, tribe-specific cards for the Florist, and I'll just point out the tribe-specific cards have the tribe's logo, so Florist has got that, Nimbus has got the leaf, the feather up the top. So let's see, we've got Sweep, Powerful, Bushmaster, and then the objectives as well. So let's take a tribe specific and an objective from each of these. So I've got Nimbus, Nimbus, Florist, Florist, and regular card from the Natural Selection Deck main box, and perfect. So exactly right. So there's going to be no issues at all. If you don't sleeve your cards, there's no issue at all with the sizing or shuffling or anything like that. So if you don't like sleeving your cards, you don't have to, which is nice. So I'm just quickly going to put all of them in their cardwell. Okay, so as you can see, so far we're looking pretty good in there, with lots more room for cards if we ever needed to. And we will zip that up. Okay, so then I'll put that in there. Oh, before we do that, and loose in the box, you'll have 1 or 2 bags of extra 9 Luftals. They don't sit in the tray because have a look at the tray. There's literally no room for any extra Luftals in there. So they're going to fit really easily in with the Luftal cards down the bottom there. So if you can see down the bottom, I've got the Luftal reference cards. I'm just going to sit those extra 2 sets of 9 down in there with them. This can sit on top. The rule book sits on top of that, like that. And I'm going to quickly put these in, just to prove that they go in nicely. So I've got Scouts, Grunts, Chief. Hang on, what about if I do that? If you end up painting yours, if you've ended up ordering an unpainted set and you end up painting them, I would love to see what you guys come up with. Cool thing about the Occulites and the Luftals and that is that their colour variations are very, very great. So I've seen one of my mates in America has painted up a whalefish coloration on his Hydrus. And I've had pink Palladius and purple Ignis. Possibilities are pretty endless. So I would love to see what you guys do with yours. Just fold this board up. Never know which way to fold those boards. Alright, then the board sits in there. So you can get it out easily. How cool is that? What a lovely idea. Sits on top. And ka-ching, you have the entire base game of Dawn Rise of the Occulites and all 3 expansions all in the one box. It's pretty heavy, but all in the one box. Limited spell. If you've got limited space on your shelves, this is going to be good. So, thanks very much for watching our unboxing, and I sincerely hope that your game turns up soon. When it does, please let us know. Post about it on Board Game Geek. Post any photos you'd like, and tell us what you think of the game. Thanks very much to everyone that's backed Dawn, and to, of course, Rick and Eagle Games for their massive support in getting this off the ground. Thanks guys, have an awesome day.